Hi beautiful souls, it's Trishna, and today we're going to be talking about a question that I've been feeling in the ethers, and sometimes that I also hear from my clients as well, which is, the universe owes me. So I guess it's not really a question, it's more of like a statement or commandment of, hey, if I do XYZ, the universe better deliver on its part. Or hey, I did XYZ, universe, you should have given me all these things that I wanted. So kind of this idea of the universe owing us something. And so that's kind of what the guides, everybody's guides and higher selves want to talk about today. And we may include some tarot cards as well. We'll see how it goes, but just kind of tuning in intuitively first on the messages that they want to share. So the first thing that they want to say is that they totally honor this feeling. They totally feel the sadness, which is where this really comes from. It comes across as anger, as universe, you owe me this, but really it comes from a place of sadness. And it comes from a place of love, actually. So they totally honor where this kind of question or this demand comes from. And they say that we're always here supporting you. We're always here trying to help you on your journey and your path. But it's really important that you listen to the signs and symbols along the way. Because there's the action that we need to take in order to accomplish our desires and our goals. But then there's also that quiet little voice that tells us, hey, maybe wait on this for now. Or hey, maybe do this in this particular way. Sammy's on the table right now. And they really want us to build our connection more deeply with them, because ultimately that's actually what we want. We think in our minds that we want our desires to be fulfilled, that we want more income, more money, we want that job, and all of these things are very valid things to want, very valid things to be asking for, and a lot of times we're asking for them not just because we want them, but also because we might need them, right? We need that job, we need the money to pay the bills, we want love, we see it around us, and we're not happy without it. And so these are all valid things that we want, but what they want to share with us is these things that you want are not actually what you want. They are the physical portrayals of what you're really looking for, but they're not actually the end desire that you want. So a car represents, if we want to have a car represents freedom, for example, or represents wealth. And those are the things that we really want from it. But even more deeply, what we really want is that feeling of connection to the universe, to ourselves, to our greatness, to our wholeness. We want to feel wealthy because that makes us feel good. And when we feel good, we feel really connected and really powerful. So what we really want is that connection to the universe, really, because that is where we get that feeling of power ultimately, is from our connection to the universe. So what their guidance is, hey, we know that you want this stuff. We want you to get that stuff. But really what it comes down to, if you want all that stuff, is that deeper connection to us. If you fulfill that deeper connection to us, you will get all that stuff and more. Now, the question next should be, well, how do I connect to you deeply? Now, we've heard on this journey of law of attraction, which is a journey, and like all things, like our own thoughts or beliefs, like animals, like technology, like everything that is out there, everything must evolve. Everything grows, everything expands, everything becomes more than it was previously. So the same applies to the law of attraction. What we learned about it when it first really hit the world stage with The Secret by Rhonda Byrne is going to be different than how we work with it now. Because how we worked with it then was then, and now we have all evolved. So when the law of attraction really hit the world stage and became something that the masses were aware of, including myself, that was my first introduction to it as well, it taught us that we must stay high vibrational in order to manifest our desires. And we need to kind of suppress those negative feelings and tell ourselves, no, we're grateful, we feel good, we feel positive. And it probably worked for you back then. But if it's not working for you now, it's because you have evolved, and so has the law of attraction and manifestation. Now it's not just about suppressing those feelings. Now it's about being honest about those feelings. It's about embracing those feelings. It's about acknowledging those feelings and then working with those feelings in a way that resonates uniquely to each one of us. There's not just one way. So for some people, it's acknowledging the truth of how we really feel about something, what our blocks really are, what our beliefs really are, and then logically, through our mind, transforming those beliefs. For others of us, it works better when we work with our emotions, of honoring that feeling of that tension, of the beliefs that no longer serve us, and feeling it and saying, thank you for showing up. I love you. Thank you for protecting me. I know that's why you've been here. I know what you're worried about. I know what you're afraid of. We're on the same page now. I can take it from here. And allowing our subconscious to let go of that tension, of those beliefs, because now our conscious brain is aware of it and can take it from here. So things have been evolving, and now there's another evolution. And when I say there's another evolution, this part has actually always been there. It's been there even before the law of attraction came on the world stage. It's really always been there. It's been there for thousands of years, but we're evolving back into it. So that next evolution is really working with the universe in a very unique, individualized, personalized relationship. So it's not about looking out there and someone says, hey, if I say this many number of times during this times of day and this many times of the day for this many days, I'll get my desire. Now it's about, hey, universe, guides, higher self, how can I bring this into my life? And what they share with you might be very different. It might not be about visualizing and affirmations, or it might be. And it's going to change every single time depending on what you are manifesting and where you are in your journey. But it might be something very different. It might be, hey, we want you to rest today. We want you to rest. We want you to relax. We want you to enjoy the day. And we want you to be okay with that. Be like, but I have a million things to do. I can't be okay. That's what we want for you. Because they may be teaching you something about finding balance in yourself, relaxing within yourself, and honoring yourself. Because if you don't have those qualities, maybe you're trying to attract a job in this example, and you will end up going after a job that does not value your time, your balance, your sanity, and your health. And so when you honor that, you will either start bringing into your life opportunities that are resonant with that, or you may end up in one of those opportunities, but you will value yourself and you will be very strong in your boundaries. So what your guides and the universe and your higher self tell you to do may not make any sense in the moment. It may not make sense for 3 months, for 6 months. But when you look back, you will understand. And there are many things in my life from years ago that I was guided to do that I was like, I don't know about that, but okay, I'll do it. That now I'm still unpeeling that onion of the massive growth that they gave me, completely unaware to me, because I was just being told to do XYZ, and doing XYZ was transforming my subconscious, my conscious brain, my experiences, and putting me out in places that I would not have done so, and therefore growing me in ways that I would not have grown. And again, I am still unraveling the onion of the number of blessings that have come about from very little things that I did, but they were done at the right day, at the right point, in the right way, the right time, for the right reasons, I suppose, and just transformed me. So what they want to share with you is honor this journey that you're on, because the hardships that you're dealing with on your path to manifestation, the brick wall that you feel like you keep hitting, is teaching you something. It's transforming you. It is strengthening you. It is making you more confident. It is freeing you. It feels like it's constricting you because I can't get what I want and I'm trapped, but it is actually freeing you. There are many times in my past where I felt like I was hitting a brick wall and I followed their guidance, and now I realize that the way that I was shaped was just like a diamond, how a diamond is being shaped. And I look back and I realize, wow, I'm so much more confident than I was. I'm so much better at setting my boundaries than I was. I feel good about myself. I feel in my power. And I have resources at my disposal now that I didn't have then, because now I've gained the confidence to ask for it and go after it. And so now the world has become more of my oyster than I felt it was then. The world is always our oyster, but now I can see it. And obviously, because we're always evolving, I'm not done with my journey. And I know that I know very clearly, because they told me what I'm working on right now, the kinds of ways in which I still trap myself, and they're breaking through those barriers with me now. So as you go about your journey, know that absolutely all the things that you want to manifest in your life, They are honored, they are loved, they are valued, and the universe, your higher self, and your guides absolutely want you to have it. Without a doubt, they want you to have it. But in the meantime, listen to them, because that's ultimately what you want, is that connection with them, that communion with them. That following the inspired action, getting those downloads, knowing when to speak in a situation and when to hold back, knowing how to word something in a way that's really going to get you the results that you're looking for. So they are guiding you all of the time, and that is what you want, because when you have that and when you are in flow with them, that is when you feel connected, that is when you feel in your power, and that is when you are in flow with the universe. And when you are in flow with the universe, everything that you want becomes in flow with you, and you start getting the things that you want. So as you go through these times, just honor that there is something that you're getting out of this, that you are being shaped as the diamond that you are, and it is going to free you in ways that you will greatly appreciate years down the road. It doesn't even have to be that long. But like I said, there are things that I understood 6 months, and I'm still unraveling more ways that I'm just like, oh my God, like, wow. So it's a gift that keeps on giving. So as you are working with the universe, yes, there can be that question of, you owe me, universe, and that is a natural feeling. But now that you understand this guidance, take a step back and be like, hey, universe, I know you're giving me everything that you can give me and more. I know you're giving me gifts in ways that I will appreciate down the line, and you will manifest everything that I want. So I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm going to listen to what you have to say to me. I'm going to honor the journey, because life is absolutely a journey. I know that a lot of times with the law of attraction, when we first began this journey, which has evolved, and even when we work with spirituality, we have this idea that everything's going to be perfect, everything's going to be easy, life, we're just going to coast forever on. But guess what? That's not really what life is about for us on earth. Why? Because you are a mighty soul. You are a strong and you are a powerful soul, and you decided, hey, I want to come to earth, and I want to be shaped and pressurized like a diamond. I want to gain the soul skill sets that I really desire and want to be able to give more to the universe in future lifetimes. So you are here being shaped. And yes, you get rewarded with all the things that you want in the physical realm, but you are being shaped. So there are definitely times in our life when things are smooth and they are relaxed, right? We all have our own unique cycles. I think I've probably said that before in different videos, where for some people, their cycle is, I have a really good year, and then the next year's shit. Next year's really good, the next year's terrible. Next year's really good, and that's their cycle. For other people, it's like, no, I have a really amazing year for like 3 to 5 years, and then I have 2 to 3 years that are really bad, and then I have 3 to 5 years that are like A+, and then 2 to 3 years where I'm like, oh my God. Everybody has their own unique cycle, and no, we are not fully destined to be stuck to that cycle. In a sense, yes, because it is our cycle, but also we can live on the higher octaves of that cycle. We can make those cycles smooth, where our down years are really not that down, and we've already prepared for them because we were listening to our guides and we already know what's to come. And so we can live on the higher levels of every one of our cycles. So just listen to their guidance, because that is going to be what really gives you what you're actually looking for, which is that sense of fulfillment. And it will also give you everything else as well. And you won't be asking this question anymore of, universe, you owe me, I did XYZ, you should be giving me ABC, because you will feel like you're getting gifts all of the time. And you will honor that flow in that cycle, because they'll be giving you the heads up of what's to come and why certain things are happening and when. So with that, I think we're going to leave it here. I know I had the cards, but I think I want to keep these videos shorter, to the point, but impactful. So if you are wanting to work with your guides, and you're wanting to connect with your higher self, and you're like, hey, Trishna, I love to do that. Thanks so much for this, but I don't always trust the guidance that I'm getting, or I don't even know if I'm actually talking to my guides. Well, in that case, I would encourage you to go to my website, and the link is down below to my Spirit Guides course, Building Deeper Trust with Your Spirit Guides course. This course is available on a variety of different platforms. You can find them at my website. You can go to the link, www.spiritualactivationacademy.com. And the pricing is pretty cheap and pretty low, because I do want this to be accessible, so definitely get your hands on it now. And basically we work through a lot of mental hangups that we can have when we're connecting to our guides. And this course is for anybody at all levels, whether you're beginner or intermediate or advanced. And it just kind of works with us to build deeper trust in our connection with our guides and our connection to our intuition. We meet with our guides, we do meditations to really build that trust and that feeling and that connection. And we go through so many different mindset shifts and hang-ups and discuss them and really work through a lot of them. And I give you several exercises to where you can connect with your guides directly, not just through meditation, but at any point in time. It takes seconds to be able to do it. So you can do it anytime you want. If you're out and about and you're, let's say, going to a party and you don't know if you should stay or you should go, you're not really sure what the vibes are telling you, you can go to the bathroom and in 30 seconds, just while you're sitting in the bathroom stall at that party, you can get guidance of, hey, we think you should stay because you'll get this out of it. Or, hey, we think maybe you should go because, X, Y, Z is going to happen. There's going to be some kind of fight and we'd rather you maybe not be around that. Let's go home. Let's call it a night. Let's leave while the night is high. You're on a high note. So these are exercises that you can do at any point in time. And again, in the bathroom stall, and I may or may not be speaking from experience of when I have used this. Because sometimes when you're around everything, you don't really have that peace, but you can go and in 30 seconds you can get the guidance that you need. So I will leave you here with that. Again, if you're interested in my Spirit Guides course and building that deeper trust, you can find it at my website, www.spiritualactivationacademy.com, and the links are below as well. So with that, I will leave you here. And again, thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next one.